StacyBurke here. I just want to sit down with you and do like a little video before I go to work. I'm working the later shift today. Sorry if my voice is a little off. I've been sick. Today I'm filming this. It's a Wednesday. I believe it's April 26th. So I'm getting ready to go to work pretty soon. But there's a lot of times when I'm getting ready where I have things in my head that I want to talk to you guys about, but I can't just get the camera because I'm busy doing stuff, but things come in my head, and I really want to sit down before I forget all these things. Like, I really wish I could have, like, I don't know, I could just carry around a vlogging camera and just do like a quick little Snapchat type of thing of whatever's in my head. Like, one of these things is, like, I fell asleep in the sun a few days ago, and I got, like, white marks right here, which I really hate. So next time I go in the sun, I gotta lay like, But anyway, I just want to talk to you about things that, because I haven't really had time to really go, like, you know, I used to be in the YouTube rabbit hole. Like, at work, I used to play YouTube on a loop, and I would just listen to it, like, almost like TV in the background and stuff like that. And then I kind of got bored with it, and I was trying to find new channels and stuff, which I have found new channels and stuff. And a lot of my favorite people are still my favorite people, don't get me wrong. But I'm just kind of over, like, drama stuff. Like, it's just, and I think this is, like, a theme going. And I still love everybody, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, like, throw anyone under the bus. But I'm just kind of over drama. Like, and this is not, like, a new thing. This is, like, an old thing. I remember when the Housewives of insert whatever city was just starting out. And I tried to get into it because reality, which is not really, but I kind of got over it because all they do is yell and they get into fights, and I just think that's so not cool. Like, I don't know, like, women fighting each other, yelling at each other, judging each other, getting into fist fights, even though I love mob wives, don't get me wrong, but at least it's mob wives, you know, it's mob wives. These are not just normal housewives. When you insert mob wives in it, you assume there's stuff like that. But, like, we're talking, like, almost every reality show now, even the little, like, what was it, the Little Women or Little whatever, it's like they're into it, and it's just so noisy, and it's just so sad, and so I just try to stay away from that, because, like, we're all messy, you know, we all do stuff like that. We're not perfect. Even the perfect people are not perfect. Shocker. And, you know, like, one of the people that I still like on YouTube is Trisha, and people are like, why? You know, she's so messy. She does, you know what, we're all messy. And you know what's so cool about her is she embraces it, and she recognizes it, and she knows she needs to work on things. But in the meantime, while she's working on things, doesn't mean she doesn't accept herself and still does what she does at the same time of learning by her mistakes and trying to do better. Because just because, like, if you have flaws and you want to do better, doesn't mean you can't accept yourself and love yourself at the moment while you're trying to do better. Or even if you fail and you don't do better, you could still love it and accept someone that recognizes. As long as you recognize it, that's pretty good. And as long as you're attempting to correct things, because life is basically trying to improve yourself in progress. Like, you're always trying to better yourself. That's a part of life. That's just the way it is. I almost feel like it's almost like what you call dieting or trying to eat healthy. You're always going to fail. You're always going to have those moments where you're going to gain weight. You're going to not eat healthy for a little bit. You're maybe going to, you know, it's always striving to be more healthy or be more conscious and stuff. Which, even when you're not healthy or you have gained a few pounds, doesn't mean you can't love and accept yourself at the moment and dress sexy and be loving and love yourself and your body at the moment during the transition into whatever you want to be. Even if you never transition to that point, you gotta always love and accept yourself in that moment. And, you know, I have tons of friends, they're not perfect, and, you know, and I got caught up in judging, like, oh, you do this, you do that, and you know what? I'm not perfect. No, everyone's not. Even the perfect ones, like I said. And, you know, that old saying, you know, like, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. It's just, I'm just so over it. I'm so over, like, drama and like calling people out and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm in the middle of a nasty, bitter, heartbreaking divorce. And I am going to do videos. I haven't lately, but I am going to do videos about things that my eyes are open now about, oh my God, you know, like certain things that I allowed happen to me, and kind of, I guess you could call it calling him out, but not really. Just basically my experiences and my feelings on it, and what happened to me and how he treated me and how certain story times of my past, and not just to call him out, but basically just to share my story and let you know that I allowed it, because I allowed it to happen, you know. So, and I recognized now, looking back, like how terrible, you know, he was to me. Not saying that I was a perfect angel. I don't react well. Like when someone treats me bad, I don't react well when people treat me bad. I'm not the bigger person. I'm not. Although I try to be. Like even if I do have a temper tantrum or overreact or say something really rude, I will later on I will say sorry and I will try to make amends. You know, I think what caught up with my relationship back in the past is like toxic was the only thing that we knew. And the only thing that get his attention was drama and turmoil and yelling and stuff. Like calm, normal relationship stuff never worked with him. I tried. It just never worked with him. It had to be drama. It had to be earth-shattering. It had to be life and death. It had to be just, and it was so exhausting. It was so exhausting. In fact, when I started watching The Real Housewives of insert whatever city, he started watching. He loved it. I stopped because I just couldn't handle it. It just got too, exhausting. Just always yelling and fighting. And the drama was about nothing. But he loved it. He thought, oh God, you know, they're a mess. And I go, well, you know, it's not really reality. You know, they kind of, you know, back when I did The Girls Next Door, in a way, that was pretty much reality. They very rarely put a monkey wrench in things. They kind of did after a while because we were kind of just like goody two-shoes, you know, we really were. I hate to say it, but Bridget, Holly, and Kendra, except for Kendra. Kendra likes to stir the pot, but Bridget and Holly were pretty much just like, kind of like me. They just like, hey, let's go have some fun. Let's go do this. Like, we were just kind of like goody two-shoes. And so they didn't really have the drama that they were hoping for. So they would kind of throw the monkey wrench. So I noticed it started back then, but it escalated reality TV. And now even like on YouTube, like exposing this, especially the beauty gurus, I can't. To me, it's just too much. I mean, I love makeup. Don't get me wrong. I have tons of it. But I have like a uniform thing that I do every day. And I don't really go outside the box too much unless I do like crazy makeup for a crazy event. But there's not, to me, makeup is not drama. And I don't get it. And I don't understand. Like, I understand, like, if, like, business-wise, if something really did you wrong, you want to expose them, like, look, this is what happened. I get it. But I feel like the real drama, and you're really exposing them, and there's something you do want to get off your chest, that I totally get. But I'm noticing a lot about, like, nothing. That's why I got, like, I've been trying to find different YouTube channels. Like, a new one I love is Deborah Joy. She lives in a van. And that's kind of my thing. Is like, I've always said, like, one of these days I'm going to chuck it all and live in an RV, get a Winnebago. And I'm kind of investigating on it, you know. Because now it's like, I'm just going still through the depressed mode. Because when I got married for life. This was going to be this is it. And now it's like, I'm older, and now it's like I'm single, which is great. That part is fine, but it's like one of the regrets. I should do a video on this, which I'm going to do a separate video, but I'm going to just kind of tap into it a little bit. I regret not going to college. I have no college degree. I just have no goals in life. It's so bad. I hate to say it. I have no goals. I love everything in life. When I see a help wanted sign, I just want to peek in. I just love everything, and I never really had a goal, and I think that's why I'm just so all over the place. Even my YouTube channel, I'm a fetish model. I work at a laundromat. I'm a delivered person for Uber. I got married, and now I'm single. Like, it's just all over the place. That's my life. And don't get me wrong, I love it. Like, I never really did one thing. I like to dabble in everything. Like, if there was a box of chocolates, I take a bite of each of the chocolates, and I just leave them. I don't eat the whole thing. Like, I'll take a bite of each thing. That's why I like snacks. I can't commit even to a plate of food. I can't even commit to that on the menu. I'm that person. When you're behind someone at even McDonald's or even In-N-Out, I'm that person that stands in line looking at the menu for like an hour. You're like, oh my God, there's only 3 things on the menu. Can you move it, lady? That's me, because I don't know what I want. I never know what I want. Even if you give me 2 items, I don't know. That's why when other people's food looks good, because they already got it, and I want to just take a little bite, even though I don't. But that's why I don't even like go to restaurants, because I can never decide what I want to eat. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, and I'm grown up. I don't know. I like everything, and since I like everything, I do everything half-fast. I'm a little good at this. I'm a little good at that. I'm a little good at that. And I know that's not proper grammar, but you know, I'm okay with pretty much everything. Like, I do okay, but I'm not really, really, really good or professional at one thing. I'm not. And so a little bit is scared, because now it's like, you know, the husband had a career. He's a different mind than me. And that's why I like a husband that's different than me. I can't have someone like me. We'd be gypsies. I'd be a gypsy. I'd be just a gypsy, which is fine, I guess. But I need some kind of security, like someone was like the Rock. Someone was like stable, you know, because I'm the flighty one. And so I lost that. And so I'm trying to regain it. I'm trying to be the Rock for myself. And I'm trying to find it. And anyway, I'm getting on a different subject, because that was going to be a different video. This video is just about the drama thing. I just wish people would just accept people more and be loving. And I understand it doesn't sell. All about the ratings. Drama equals ratings. I totally get the business aspect. Even with YouTube, you're going to get views for the drama. And I totally get it. However, I don't know if you're going to get my views, because I like educational stuff like that. Deborah Joy girl, or lady, she gave really good advice about Social Security, and she had trouble getting her Social Security, and how she talked to someone. She gives like really good advice about like living in an RV and this stuff like that, like really good life advice, you know, because I'm going to have to be worried about this down the road, because right now my body works. I'm okay with general labor, which is what I do, because I never went to college. One of my regrets. I never really learned anything. I'm not really book smart. I could figure out things. I figured out, you know, a little bit of HTML. I figured out how to create websites. But now everyone does that. So everyone I'm like the first at something, but then everyone catches up, and I'm like, okay, well, everyone can do that now. Let me try to find something else. So I'm going to be that way, you know. But right now, I'm doing general labor. I'm working at a laundromat. I'm being a model. Model's general labor. It's like moving your body parts and getting to the location and, you know, doing stuff. It's not really your brain. The only thing with the brain is if I edit and do things like, but you still need your fingers and all that stuff. So down the road, my health maybe fails someday. I might not be so agile, and I got to prepare for that, which is scary. It is so scary. You know, I don't have that Rock, and I got to be that Rock. Like, I don't have a job that I've been with a long time to get a pension or get health insurance or anything like that. I'm like a freelancer. I take all these different jobs because that's what I like. I like variety of life. I love learning new jobs and figuring things out. Now, granted, once I find a job I like, I stick to it. Like fetish modeling, I've been doing that for almost 20 years. At the laundromat, I've been doing that for like probably 6 years. So when I find a job, I stick with it. But it's a part-time job. I still have all these other jobs. So back to the trauma. I don't know. I'm just going, I'm learning different YouTubers. I love the rideshare YouTubers, the Uber and the DoorDash YouTubers. There's some really good ones. There's a girl that lives in Long Beach. I think her name is Heather Ramirez. She's really cool. She has like a Dodge Charger. She got in an accident before. So I'm meeting new YouTubers not really in person, but I'm exposing myself to new stuff without all the drama. Now, granted, I still love Trisha, I still love Peter Mon, I still love Miss Fucking Wonderful and Stay Negative, and all of them. Don't get me wrong. I just might skim over the drama part. I'm not going to get invested in it. But I do still love them, and I do love Trisha because she just like owns it. She owns her mess, and that's awesome. That's great because come on, we're all messy. We're all messy. Just let it be. And I don't know. I'm like so hippie love. Hey, love kissy, but I don't know. I don't know people that get really into that. And I understand some people say, well, it makes me feel better about my life because I see how terrible their life. Like, they have all this money, but look how terrible, look what happens and stuff. And I go, yeah, but usually what they make this drama that's terrible, it's not really that terrible. It's really not that terrible. I mean, sure, they might have some cancer scares and death and stuff like that. They have some real terrible tragedies. But generally speaking, it's just basically like, oh, you rolled your eyes at me, or you didn't invite me to the party, and then they get in a fist fight over it and stuff. And I guess I had 9 years of that in my life, married to it, and I hated it, and I did not want to be a part of it. I tried to distance myself from it, but when you're married to it, it's hard, and I'm kind of liking not being a part of that anymore. I mean, there is some good things happening in my life. You know, it's just, and I guess in a way, I never really had that rock. I guess that was just an illusion. He was never my rock. He was never really there for me. And I will tell stories, because that's getting into different stories, that I know, I've always known he was never that rock. And I will tell these stories because just like Deborah Joy, her stories helps me out. And so who knows? I could spread it. It's just because story times, that's what it is. And people relate to it sometimes. Even if they don't relate to it, it's just a different side of life that, you know, that might be just a form of entertainment, I guess. And that's nothing. I don't find drama as entertainment. I can't get entertainment from drama. I might be able to learn from it. I will listen to it a little bit and learn from it. And you know, so open my eyes to like, okay, oh, this happened. Well, how did you learn that this happened? And, oh, that was bad. Like, maybe if I can learn from it, that's great. But if it's just for pure entertainment, it's noise. It's noise to me. It's just noise. And, I just can't. I just can't. And so that's basically this video. It's just that I'm just like so not into the drama. So, although in the same breath, you're probably going to find a little bit of it here on my channel because I will vent, especially after a glass of wine. I do like to vent, and I do like, sometimes I do cry, and you know, I'm a mess too. You know, sometimes I do have drama. You can't avoid drama. Drama's going to happen. But I just rather not have that as an elected subject. I'd rather not just choose to have that as entertainment as a go-to. I'd rather, you know, see something cool or funny or educational, or, you know, I don't know, Deborah Joy in her RV and learning about living an RV life, because who knows, that might be my future. I don't know how Miss Josephine's going to like that, but that might be my future. I don't know. I'm not saying it will be, but it's a good, I guess, a fallback plan, and I'm going to investigate it. I lived in a trailer once. I kind of liked it. All the jokes aside, I loved it. It was a mobile home. It wasn't actually a trailer. It had no wheels. It was a modular home. But I'll never give up the beach. That's one thing. So that's what I'm doing. I better get ready to go to work. I got some extra hours. I think I'll let you know more about that. I'm delivering now laundry, so I'm a laundry delivery service as well. So got all my work in parts, general labor. So if anyone take from this, avoid the drama, accept people for who they are. Don't be so judgmental. Don't be so harsh on people. As long as they're trying to make things better, it's cool. And maybe go to college I wish I had something to fall back on. But then again, I wouldn't know what I wanted to do. I really need to set a goal. One of these days, I really got to think about it. But to have a goal, you got to really want it. And, you know, and I don't know what I want. All I wanted, to tell you the truth, all I want to do is go to work every day. Because I love working. I love being productive. I love being tired. I like being exhausted, coming home exhausted. And like, oh, that was a big productive day. And actually feeling that I earned the right to sit down and have a nice cold beer, or sit down and have a glass of wine and sit down and relax and feel like I earned it. I love that. And I love watching the water. I love living at the beach. And on weekends, I love going to events and festivals and concerts. That would be my perfect life forever. That is my goal, and I have achieved it. All I need to know is figure out how to maintain it. To maintain what I have. I guess that's my goal. Is that my goal? Is just to maintain what I have? I guess that's my goal. Not that big. But it is big now because I do have to create a bigger income. Because modeling, I can't force people to hire me, you know. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm getting older, you know. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out something to make money when my body starts to fade. And that is scary. And that is my goal, I guess, in a way, too. I'm trying to find a way to create income so when I get to a certain age, I will be set. It's scary as fuck. Okay, well, that's about it. I guess that's my goal. Is that my goal? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be interested to read your comments below. And I hope, to all my Stace-Cadets and all my Burkettes, I hope you have a good day. And as Deborah Joy says, do something fun today.